Tigers return to CQ this weekend. We'll preview the games today on the Tiger Basketball Report, which starts now. Hello again, fans, and welcome to the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. After a quick road trip, Towson will play two inside CQ Arena. First off, hosting UNCW, and then the College of Charleston later in the week. As always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Diane Richardson. Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, tough game.
Yes.
Put it behind you.
Yes.
UNCW on the 14th at 7 o'clock, and CQ is also the Play for K game. Just tell us a little bit about what Play for K is.
Well, it's after Kay Yao, who was a coach at North Carolina State, who unfortunately passed, due to cancer. And so we've decided to participate in the Play for K, and it's a fundraiser, but it's also an awareness game. And we will be here this Friday. We are honoring a person, Teresa Williams Harrison, as a cancer survivor as well. So we're happy to be a part of this, and we want to bring awareness.
And you'll take on UNCW to be the pink game. Towson will wear pink uniforms. You beat UNCW 62-41 down in Wilmington. You kind of maybe show them the stats from that game. Mello with 21, Mayo with 19. You need a rebound game. I'm not saying UNCW's doormat, but it's good to be back at home and play a team that you've played before, and you kind of get your second win, so to speak.
Yeah, it's great to be at home, that's for sure. And I think we play well with the crowd here. It kind of gets us up, and we need to get up after this, this past weekend.
UNCW 1-4 their last since they played you. They're looking for answers right now. Gigi Smith, though, one of the best players, one of the better players in the conference. She does a lot for them. She's averaging 13 a game, but she's also the leader in shot attempts and assists. The ball's going to be in her hands more often than not, and you've got to try to get it out of her.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gigi is a good player. And, she's had some off games, but we can't count her out because she is a scorer, and she can put the ball in the hole. So we've got to be prepared for that.
And we mentioned she is the assist leader for that team. Suggs, Vason, and Bell also all averaging in double digits. So if it's not coming from Gigi Smith, they do have other weapons, and that's something you have to be aware of.
Right, absolutely. And so, sometimes when you stop one of the best players, the other players step up, and we've got to be prepared for that.
UNCW does do a good job of taking care of the basketball. They've broken even, I think, the last couple of games in the turnover margin, at least the averages. So as defensive-minded as this team, as Towson is, where you get the points off of turnovers, and if you see a team that doesn't turn the ball over, how do you approach that where that might not be available? So we got to make sure we're good in the half court. Yeah,
we've got to make sure we go to the offensive board, get some second chance shots if they're there. And I think the biggest deal is going to be our rebounding. Whether we rebound on their side or ours, I think that's going to be the difference in the game.
And you're coming off a game against James Madison where the rebounding did not go your way. Do you kind of challenge your team to say, hey, are we really 36 rebounds good? Are we much better than that?
Right, absolutely. And we do have some prolific rebounders on our team, and they've got to step up and do that, time in and time out. The consistency is the key.
So the Tigers will take on UNCW February 14th at 7 o'clock. Then on Sunday, the 16th, they will take on the College of Charleston at 2 o'clock here inside CQ, and that is the Autism Awareness game. Autism Awareness has become a thing for Towson University that we know it well. Volleyball with Don Metal, of course, Pat Scarry, and you've also championed it as well.
Yes, and it's something that Towson gets behind. That's a big thing today about awareness, and with the numbers of people on the spectrum and with autism, it's helpful that we can get the awareness out to everybody.
So here inside CQ, it'll be another autism awareness game, and as we continue to raise awareness, and you've done such a great job in cohesion with Pat Scarry and Don Metal, and it's something I know everyone looks forward to. Not just the basketball game, but learning more and learning how they can be better partners
Yes.
as well. So College of Charleston, though, there is a basketball game to play. You beat them in Charleston 79-62. It's just kind of one of those situations where if you want, we talked about turning point earlier in the year. This is a big turning point for you guys.
This is, and is, again, we've got to get back in the saddle right now. And, you know, College of Charleston's also trying to do the same. So we've got to be prepared. We've got to be up and not take anything for granted.
Nakai Mayo had a double-double against the Cougars last time out this past weekend against James Madison. Her double-double streak ended. We talked about challenging on the boards. Do you challenge Nakai to get back into it?
Absolutely, and you know, she's been doing a great job with it. We want her to be, again, consistent. You know, I know we had an off game, but she needs to get back.
Deja Ford for the Cougars has raised her game coming into conference play. She's now averaging double digits since the start of conference play.
Yes.
They're already led by Tyler Collins and Latrice Perkins. So it's kind of, you know, as everybody we get later in the season, there's always that one player that kind of like, okay, here comes another player that maybe wasn't doing great non-conference or was held back a little bit, but now Deja Ford is coming into her own.
Yeah, and this is the time of the year for us in the conference to get into our stride, and other teams are doing that, and other players are doing that now. So, you know, again, in a competitive conference like this, you'll be able to see all kinds of things.
And I'm sure for you, on the flip side of that, we all thought that person for us was going to be Maya Jones. She's lost to injury.
Yes.
And now you still have your core four. But everyone kind of knows you stop the three of them or you stop two of them, you kind of have an upper hand on Towson. Scoop is somebody who we've been waiting for her to just take a game over. And she's capable of it. We've seen it once or twice.
Absolutely.
You've got to be hungry for that.
And you know, our bench is capable of it. They're very talented players. You know, I don't know what it is right now that's holding them back, but it's time. I mean, we've got a deep bench, but they've got to perform right now, and we expect them to step up.
Tigers in CQ starting on the 14th at 7 o'clock against UNCW, and then again on Sunday at 2 o'clock against the College of Charleston. We hope to see you at CQ. If you can't make it out, myself and Rashad Christian will have the call for you on TowsonTigers.com and Flow Sports. For head coach Diane Richardson, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.